Hi, so this video is for people who are maybe new to Pilates, or for those who've done Pilates for a while but who want to go back and revisit the principles and make sure that you have really great form on some of the key exercises that we do. Okay, so I'm hoping it's only going to be about 30 minutes, so let's get started. Okay, lying on the mat, okay, just open that collarbone wide, allow your bones to settle into the mat. Close your eyes, keep your feet hip distance apart, and let's just breathe. So let's inhale through the nose, filling the rib cage to the sides as well as the belly and the back. And then exhale as if you're blowing out a candle through pursed lips. So okay, other things to think about while you're breathing. Okay, we want our pelvis to be in a neutral position. So there's a little gap between your lumbar spine and the mat. Okay, we also want that your pelvic floor muscles to be lifting slightly up. Okay, so I don't want anybody to be squeezing really tight. You just need to have a gentle feeling that it's being lifted. Okay, and that's gonna help engage your transversus abdominis muscles, which are your corset muscles that wrap around your waist like a belt. Okay, so let's just do 2 more breaths. So inhale and exhale. In, really feel those ribs expanding, and out. Push all the air out using those ab muscles. Okay, so now let's bring in the arms. So we're gonna inhale, take the arms to the ceiling, and then exhale, take them over the head, making sure that your rib cage stays nice and flat. So what we don't want to do is to pop the ribs out and the back arches. Okay, so inhale up, exhale down. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. One more. Inhale, exhale, in, out. So now let's take that into an arm circle. So we're going to take the arms overhead, then the arms just going to sweep round to the thighs. Again, in, ribs and still nice and connected to the mat. Still breathing. In and out. Now let's reverse it. Take them up to the ears and then back down to the mat. Again, to the ears and down to the mat. And last time, ears, and let's keep them to the ceiling now. Okay, so now we're going to shift the attention to the scapula, which are the shoulder blades lying flat on your ribs. Okay, so the scapula are only attached to a bone by the acromion process, which is a bony muscle on your clavicle. Okay, otherwise they're just floating on your ribs. So it's really important that we use them correctly to make sure they don't cause neck tension or shoulder pain. Okay, so we're going to bring the arms around and up, taking the scapula around the rib cage, and then we're going to take them back so you feel you're slightly pinching the mat at the bottom. Again, around and up, and then around and back. Okay, so what this is not is hunching the shoulders and scrunching the neck, and then again losing the neck by jamming them into the mat. Okay, it's a tiny, tiny movement. Okay, and squeeze. Last one. Inhale and exhale. Good. Okay, take your arms back down to the mat. Okay, so we're now just going to start to rock the pelvis. So the pelvis is in a nice neutral position. Our sit bones are on the mat. We have a nice space in between our lumbar spine and the mat. Okay, we're going to exhale, use the abdominals to gently tip that pelvis up towards the rib cage, and then push it back. So tip and back. Okay, again, what this is not is squeezing your bum as hard as you can to jam the back into the mat. Okay, that's not using your abdominals, and that is not controlling the muscles. Okay, so just gently tip and back, tip and back. Okay, so now we're going to take that into a hip roll, so keeping your feet hip distance apart. we're going to tip that pelvis up, and then we're going to keep it coming, articulating through the spine, pushing through the heels, using the hamstrings and glutes to come up to a nice long line. Okay, inhale at the top and exhale, sink down from the ribs, keeping that pelvis high as long as you can. Get as much movement in the spine and release completely at the bottom. Again, let's tip pelvis and come up. Okay, try not to come too high. Okay, we're just in a nice long line, and then sink down. Let's do 2 more. Still remembering to breathe. And down. And let's do 1 more. Inhale up and exhale up. And down. Okay, so we're going to move into some abs. So I want you to rest your head in your hands, your elbows are in your peripheral vision. Okay, so the first thing we do when we do any ab exercise is you inhale and nod your head so your eye gaze goes to just above your knees. Okay, then we're going to exhale, ribs are gliding towards the pelvis, which is in neutral, and then lengthen back down. Again, exhale up, inhale down. 3, slow and controlled. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's hold at the top and tiny pulses up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lengthen down. Okay, so this time we're going to come up to 3, lengthen down 1, up, bit higher, higher still, ribs still gliding down, go, up, 2, 3, lengthen away, up, 2, 3. That's 4, we're doing 8. 1, 2, 3, down. 2, 3, down. Last 2. 1, 2, 3, and down. And last 1. 1, 2, 3, and down. Okay, so now I want you to take your right leg to a tabletop position. Okay, we're going to be starting to work the oblique muscles now on the sides of the abs. So we're going to take the elbow towards the knee. As you lower down, you tap the mat. Shoulder towards the knee, tap the mat. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now extend that hand to the outside of the knee, tiny pulses up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Okay, let's change sides. Okay, so we're coming across and down. 2, working this oblique. 3, 4, 5, 6, I don't want you doing this, 7, 8, okay, that's just using momentum, and you can feel the muscle working just when you're taking that shoulder towards the knee. We don't need massive big movements. Okay, extend the arm and pulls up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest it down and just hug your knees into your chest. Okay, so I want you now to put your arms to a low V and your knees are coming to a tabletop position. So tabletop is tabletop, so it's a 90-degree angle, and if you put your knees in that position, you can feel that your abdominals are already working. Okay, if you put your knees there, the work's gone. If you put them too far away, the strain is all in the lower back. Okay, so let's keep them in that nice 90 degrees. Okay, so we're going to just let them fall over to one side and then bring them back to center. Over to the other side and center. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, in, out, in, out, in, out. Last one each side. Take it over and back, over and back. Okay, just hug the knees in. Okay, we're going to go into a classic Pilates exercise called the 100. Okay, so again, knees are in tabletop. Now, ideally you need to be in a neutral spine, but if you feel that you can feel your low back in this position, take it into that imprinted flatter back position. Okay, level 1 for the 100, okay, is keeping your head down, arms pumped to the side as we inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Level 2, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out. So one hand behind your head, the other pumping as you inhale, exhale from the shoulder. 4, 5, in and out. Okay, level 3, head and shoulders are up. I've completely lost count of how many we've done. So let's just keep going for a few more. In, 3, 4, 5, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5. In and out. So I'm moving from the shoulder. I'm not flapping my wrists like a bird. Okay, from the shoulder with purpose. Last round. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Lower the head down and hug the knees. Good. Excellent. Okay, so we're now going to go into the roll up. Okay, but I'm going to give you several variations on this because it's quite a challenging exercise. Okay, so level 1 on the roll up, I want you to take your arms above your head. Okay, you inhale, take your arms to the ceiling. You exhale, hold behind your thighs and come up. Okay, inhale at the top and exhale, tuck in that pelvis under as you roll down and take the arms away. Okay, so inhale, exhale, use those thighs to help you. Come up and then tuck the pelvis and roll down. Okay, if you feel like your abs are stronger, you can do a more advanced version, which is to inhale and then exhale, which is super, super important. Have to let that breath out as you come up. Now stretch over the legs. Don't collapse, you're flexing over the legs. Inhale and exhale, rolling down with control. Okay, again, in and out. If you have a flex band, you can absolutely put your flex band around your feet and you do a 1 bicep curl to come up. Okay, another thing you can do is put a small folded towel underneath your lower back. That will help you get up, or hold weights, like 1 kilogram weights in your arms, and they will act as a counter to help you get up. Okay, so that is quite a challenging exercise, but it's something that you can work on, and I know that you'll get better at it. Okay, so even if you only do 2, just try 2 and then, you know, take a mini break until we move on to the next exercise, which is the 1 leg circle. Okay, so for this exercise, lying on the mat, 1 leg is long, arms are flat, the other knee is in tabletop. Okay, so we're going to take the knee out to the side, take it down, bring it in and out. Okay, so it's as if we're stirring a bowl of soup in a pan. Okay, so we're just taking it in a nice circle. So it's basically the head of the femur is moving nicely in the socket, in the hip socket. Okay, so what this isn't is this. Okay, so what I am doing while I'm doing this exercise is really using my abdominals to stabilize the pelvis. Okay, this is a lot of hard work for your abs. Okay, switch direction. Yeah, if you don't use your abs to stabilize your pelvis, you're going to rock. Okay, so I would rather you make a small movement and don't rock than try and do a big movement and not keep your stability. Okay, so hug that knee in to release the hip flexor, and then take it long. And let's do the other side. Okay, so take it down, around, and up for 2, 3, keep breathing, 4, and 5. Let's go 5 the other way. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Okay, hug the knee in. Excellent. Okay, right, we're just going to do a couple more ab exercises. Okay, so first one we're going to do is the single leg stretch. So for that, you're going to go into that imprinted position, take one knee to tabletop, second knee to tabletop, hold behind the thighs, head and chest are lifted. So make sure that your neck is over your chest. So when you go here, you can see it puts strain on the neck. Okay, keep it lifted. Okay, we're going to take one leg long, the other knee to tabletop, and we're going to switch, 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 switch. Abs are pulling in towards the mat for 5, 4, 3, 2, if you need to hold your head, that's fine. 1. Bring them in, lower down. Okay, next one we're going to do is a double leg stretch. So level 1 on the double leg stretch is head down. So we're just going to take the legs out together and in. Okay, so take them on a fairly high diagonal. In and out. Level 2, head in your hands. Take them in, out, in, out. Level 3, take a hat off your head, sweep the arms around, take your hat off and sweep. 3, 2, and 1. And again, hug the knees in. Okay, last one before we change position is the scissors. Okay, so one leg is long along the mat, the other is up. So actually let's just quickly do a hamstring stretch while we're here. Hold behind the thigh and let's just flex and point that foot. And twirl the ankle both ways. Okay, so hold behind your calf, hover the bottom leg, and we're going to pulse that leg towards you. Pulse, pull. Should feel a stretch in the hamstring. If you need to bend that leg slightly, that's fine, okay? But we're working towards having the leg straight. So let's go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees in and lower down. Excellent. Okay, let's move on to our back extensors now. And we're going to do the breaststroke prep. Okay, so we're going to line your tummy. Okay, hands are in a goalpost position. Okay, so when we're lying down, I want you to feel like your glutes and hamstrings are pulling down and your abs are lifting slightly off the mat, like I've got a little flame underneath that belly button. Okay, that's just to protect your back, your lower back. Okay, so now forehead is resting on the mat. Okay, we're going to gently press through those arms as we extend the spine. Okay, neck is in line. We're not feeling any pain in the lower back. Okay, it's just a small movement. The shoulder blades are gliding down the back and then release. Okay, these muscles aren't super strong, but it's super important that we work them. So just take it gently and down. Let's do 3 more. 3, breathing, 2, and 1. Okay, so we're now just going to challenge our exercises slightly. We're going to bring our hands underneath our forehead resting on the top of your hands. We're going to extend. We're going to bring the hands to meet our head. We're going to lower both down. So this is just adding extra weight. So you'll probably not be able to come up as high to feel the work in your upper back. Keep that those abs switched on to protect the lower back. Let's do 2 more. And last one. Okay, just take the head to one side and rock the pelvis out. Okay, good. So I want us to come onto a 4-point kneeling position. Okay, wrists are underneath your shoulders, knees are underneath the hips. It's all more wiser. Okay, and that back is nice and long. So the back is not tipped like that. The back is also not up. Okay, it's just in a nice long position. My neck is in line with them, is a continuation of my spine, is in a nice line. Okay, I want you to glide the right foot back. Okay, so we'll need to keep very still and then bring it back in. Again, glide the right foot out and in. So now we're going to glide out. We're going to lift, tap down, bring it in. Glide, lift, down and in. 2 more. Glide, lift, down and in. Glide, lift, down and in. Okay, so we're going to just challenge that some more. Okay, if this does not work for you, you stay with the first version that we've done. Okay, so we're going to glide the leg out. You're going to unweight the left hand. Okay, I don't want you to tip all the weight into the right. Try and keep stable. Extend that right hand. Okay, and then we're just going to lift the leg and lower. Only comes to level with the hip. 3, we'll just do 6, 4, 5, 6, and down, and then just thread that arm through and go into a needle thread needle stretch. Whew. Good. Coming up. Okay, let's do the other side. So we glide the leg back, keeping the toe in contact with the mat, and we just lift and glide in. Take it back, lift, tap and in. Glide, up, tap and in. 3 more. Tap and in. 2 and 1. Okay, so now we're going to glide the leg back. We're going to take it up. Make sure you're level as you can be. And we're going to pulse up, lift and lower. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bring it in. Okay, now extend back. Take the arm up and let's lift for 2, 3, working all the back extensors. Great for your posture. 4, 5, 6, and down, and let's thread through. Good. Okay, we're just going to do a couple of cat stretches. Okay, just to make sure that back's nice and eased off. Okay, so we're going to inhale and exhale. You're going to use the abs to flex up like an angry cat. Inhale and exhale. You widen your sit bones at the back as we come into a slight extension. So not a big extension. Okay, it's just a slight extension. Let's just do 1 more. Rounding up. and come into extension. Brilliant. Okay, whilst we're here, we can't neglect the arms. Okay, so we're just going to do 8 bicep and 8 tricep push-ups. Okay, so stay in this box position because I want you to have good form. Okay, so push through your shoulders and fill that space in between the shoulder blades. Angle your hands slightly in, and that will take the pressure off your wrists. And mold your hands to the mat from taking your fingers to your thumb. Okay, that's going to give you the least pressure on those wrists. Okay, so let's inhale down, exhale, push up for 2, 3, 4, elbows are wide, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, so now we're going to take the elbows to the rib cage. So down and up. 2. Everybody's favorite, triceps. 3, 4, exhale. 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then just widen the knees and push back into a child's pose. But then flex your spine and create a little turtle shell for your shell stretch. And breathe. Okay, sideline. Okay, so we're going to come down onto the mat, lying down. Create a pillow with your bottom arm. Okay, your top leg is long. Okay, so I want you to push away your hip, the top hip, and you'll feel your waist lifting. Okay, so we're not slouching out watching TV, we are lifted and engaged. Okay, so if you wish, bend that bottom leg slightly to give you some stability, and we're just going to lift the leg and lower. So lift, flex, lower. 3. Don't lift the leg too high. Okay, so see a lot of these crazy Jane Fonda moves. I don't want to see that. Okay, I want you to just take the leg barely above hip height. Okay, so we're really focusing on keeping those abdominals switched on, supporting the back, so all the work is in these abductor muscles and the glutes. 2 more. And 1. Okay, so now we're going to lift the top leg. Bottom leg comes to meet it, both down. Top, bottom, both down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, take the top leg up, circles forward for 8. Tiny circles, nothing moving but the leg. 4, 3, 2, 1, ouch, and reverse. 8, 7, 6, 5, relax this shoulder. 3, 2, 1, knee comes in, and just give yourself a little bit of a pad. Good. Switch around to the side. Ooh. Okay, so let's get set up, resting on the elbow. Top leg is pushing longer away. Okay, bottom knee slightly bent, and let's just lift and lower. Lift, lower. 2. Oh, that's 3, sorry. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, so now top, bottom, down, top, bottom, down, top, bottom, down. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now comes the nasty one. Circle forward for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and reverse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it across and give it a bit of a pad. Okay, good. Final exercise, we're going to do a leg pull. Okay, so again, you're going to go into that 4-point kneeling position, but this time your knees are glued together, feet are together. Okay, push through the hands to fill that space between your shoulder blades, and we're just going to pick the knees up, hover off the mat for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Again, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, down. Let's do 2 more. Lift. 3, 2, 1, and down. Last one, make it the best. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Excellent job. Okay, let's have a bit of a stretch. So come into this Z-sit position, and we're going to do a mermaid stretch. Okay, so hips should be ideally both on the mat, if not towards the mat. Okay, so into this diagonal position, then we're going to scoop the abs as if I'm punching you in the tummy. You take the arm around until you feel a stretch across your upper back. Okay, so that might be here or here. For me, it's here. And let's just breathe. Okay, so now open up, drop the elbow, lift up from that hip, feel that gorgeous stretch down your side. Again, just keep breathing. Okay, come up. Now you counter stretch and you kind of look through the space that you're creating with that arm. Good. Well, let's just switch to the other side. Okay, so arms open, scoop the abs around, breathe. Opening out, drop the elbow and lift up. Oh, feels so good. Okay, and then come up and look through that space. Okay, so then just let's sit cross-legged. Oop, put my feet out more wide. Okay, and let's just do 2 big breaths. So in and out. In and out. And you're done. Great job. I hope you enjoyed it, and keep working at it, and these exercises will become easier and like second nature to you. So well done.